Some bakkies work, some bakkies look good, and then there's the Amarok. And somehow it's doing both without even trying. Hi guys, welcome back to Driven by Mahlati. And if you're new here, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you're notified next time we drop. So today we're actually checking out the 2025 VW Amarok 2.0 TDI double cab life 4Motion. And I think this is a bakkie that walks in quietly but still steals the shine. Let me show you why. Finished in crisp white, the Amarok looks very clean and confident. The front end is sharp with that VW styling layered over Ranger muscle. You've got a strong bonnet line, wide stance, and a modern lighting that gives it a premium but tough look. And from the side, it's classic Amarok. It's long, wide, and ready for work. And at the back, the bold Amarok stamping gives it a proper authority. Inside, it's pretty simple but premium. You get the big vertical touchscreen that runs VW's latest software with features like wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Built-in navigation, you've got Bluetooth as well, and easy access to vehicle settings like drive modes and 4Motion controls. The digital cluster in front of you is clean and customizable as well. It shows speed, fuel range, assistant systems, and a lot more. The seats are also supportive. The layout is practical. Everything feels solid, and that door handle when you open, which I think is pretty cool. It's one of those small VW touches that feels over-engineered. It's smooth, heavy, and properly built. The whole cabin gives you that sense of quality without even trying too hard. The rear seats in the Amarok, I think, has always been one of its underrated strengths. And this one is no different. 3 adults can sit very comfortably in the back without their knees pressing into the driver's seat or the passenger's seat. The seat angle is decent, so long drives won't necessarily feel like a punishment. You've got ISOFIX for the kids, USB ports to keep everyone charged, and the rear air vents so that the back passengers aren't begging for airflow. I believe it's very comfortable, it's practical, and it feels more like a family SUV at the back more than a workhorse bakkie. One of my favorite things about the car is actually the load bin. You can easily fit tools, camping gear, or even a mountain bike without fighting for space. So whether you are loading building materials or even helping a friend move, the Amarok's bin handles it with no complaints. And with the 4Motion, you are confident going down dodgy gravel roads or even a muddy site without stressing at all. Under the hood, this BITDI puts out 154 kilowatts and 500 Newton meters of torque, which I actually think is pretty smooth and strong for a daily use. You can comfortably tow and overtake other cars. It also has a top speed of 180 kilometers an hour, which I think is pretty good. I mean, you have no business going over 180 kilometers an hour with a bakkie. You're going to die. It also has an 80-liter tank and a 7.5 liter per 100 kilometer consumption. So you can easily push out 1,000 kilometers on a fuel tank, but that's if you behave on the road. Let's get to the most important part, which is what most people care about. How much would it actually cost you to run this car on a month-to-month basis? So firstly, let's look at the cash price. So the cash price of this car is 724,850 Rand. And if you finance that on a 12% interest rate, 0 Rand deposit, and a 0% balloon, you are looking at 14,171 Rand per month. And on fuel, if you're paying maybe let's say 19 Rand and 20 cents per liter on diesel, that's going to cost you 1,536 Rand for you to fill this car up. And remember, it comes with over 1,000 kilometers of range. So let's just assume you survive on 2 full tanks a month. That is going to be 3,072 Rand on fuel a month. We add another 250 Rand for a tracker and also 2,000 Rand for insurance, meaning every single month you are going to be spending 19,493 Rand to own this car. Now you tell me in the comments, is it worth it or is it too overpriced? My final verdict on this car, I actually love the car. I love the build. I love the quality. There's a few things that could be added, like a few missing features, but everything else makes up for it. It's comfortable, it's powerful, and it's also practical. So I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. It's something that I'd definitely consider. Also, an interesting fact, it actually gets hijacked the least compared to some of its rivals. So you're much safer in a VW Amarok compared to when you're driving a Toyota Hilux or a Ford Ranger. So if safety is a main thing to you, or you value safety, then the Amarok is something that you might want to consider. But let me know, would you get this car? Is it worth the price? Would you be comfortable paying 19,000 Rand a month to own an Amarok for 6 years? Let me know. But as for me, this has been driven by Mahlatsi, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Cheers.